As we reach the halfway point on the crossing to Darwin, spirits are almost as high as the adrenaline rush when we break Sophia's speed record flying through the crack.
Yes!
But as you may expect, things don't often go so smoothly, and this adventure is no exception.
Gotta go through the crack the wrong direction.
This is the story of a sailboat named Sylvia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore the planet both above and below the surface and see what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
Now we are researching a place called The Crack. What research have you done?
And I've checked it out on Navionics. I've checked it out. And we're doing some old school Delos. Episode 21 here of Delos back in 2014. They go through the crack. So the crack is like a crack between two islands. And it's got 12 knots of current. And it's on the way over to Darwin.
So I always wonder like how many people like watch our episodes to get information about going to a dive site or a location. So I think it's fun to do the same. So with that said, we're going to show what they got.
After a few more lazy days at sea and some excellent sailing, we had reached what the locals call hole in the wall.
We're going through the hole in the wall. How do you feel, Ryan?
I'm tired, but I'm ready.
Cinematography magic.
Look at that. Look at that stability.
I don't know. We want to be like Dallas, apparently. It's the thing to do when in Rome, so we're going to go through it.
It's a very long island in the middle of the sea, and it's a little, pretty narrow crack. So it's normal to have very strong currents when the tides are coming down or up. What's the question? When is for us the right time? It's going to be at night and at 2 p.m.
So we might even want more like there. If we don't time it right, just so you know, we either are going to like shoot through this thing, or if we botch it up majorly, we'll be trying to go through the crack, and that 12 knots of current will be in our face, and we'll just get blown backwards, and then we have to sit and putt around and wait for the current to change so that we can try again. But I feel pretty confident in our decision. I think we're gonna nail it. So it's gonna be a fun day. We're gonna put our hands in the air like it's a roller coaster. We're gonna hold our breath, all the things, and yeah, hopefully it's pretty cool.
Bloody Sunday, mate.
Yeah. Gender.
So we're about to go through the crack. We're gonna find out if we got the tides right. So what we're gonna do is someone's gonna hop in the dinghy, and that person being me, and someone else, and go out there and check to see what's going on.
Tell you that life's not fair. Well, it's not heaven I'm looking for, but I can't take this mess no more. If the water keeps rising high, I won't make it out alive. In over my head.
We're gonna go check out the crack.
Hey, what's happening, Captain?
Alright, we are coming up to the entrance of the hole in the wall, and at this point we're really not sure if we caught this at the right time, wrong time, so we're about to find out. We sent the dinghy ahead of us, and they're gonna check it out and see if they feel the current pushing against them or shooting them through. With a bit of luck, it's shooting them through. It's 100 meters at its narrowest point, which is very, very thin. I mean, we're 23 meters, so that's only 4 boat lengths long. So
I'm a visual on the crack. We are at the crack, and the current is going in the correct direction. Woo! Everything looks like we should be able to go ahead.
well, we timed it right. Of course we timed it right.
Of course.
Of course we timed it right. We're gonna come rolling through, and you guys just keep around. 10 minutes we'll be at the entrance.
Yeah, this is seriously cool. So we're waiting for Sylvia, and yeah, I'm gonna have to keep the dinghy, like, you know, throttle going this way just to hold position. It's nuts. It looks like a river. Like, it reminds me of a river, like whitewater rafting.
Gave up, walked out the door. God, don't listen anymore. God, don't listen. God, don't listen. God, don't. Oh my God.
rafting! Woohoo! 10 knots! Woohoo! Can you
Oh, my heart's pounding. There's a new speed record and it feels like we're white water rafting.
10 knots. We're just going 10 knots drifting.
How fast? How fast?
13 knots.
14 knots! Woo! Here we go! Yeah!
Coming out of it, so it's 10 knots of current we're going against. Sylvia's through. We gotta go through the crack the wrong direction. So now we're holding position against the current. We're going 1 knot. Now look how much power we're using. All right, hold on. The drone is right there.
So we've got signal on the drone again, so we're just gonna land her.
Hey, we got the drone. All good. We're headed back to the boat now.
Copy that. Good job, guys.
I'm so happy we did this. I think this is one of the coolest things that we've done on Sylvia. Like speed-wise, adrenaline-wise, excitement-wise. Yay!
It sailed through the crack and I'm pretty relieved. When we were approaching, we couldn't see where it was, so it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe we're not even here at the right time. Might have been like a failed journey, but we succeeded. It was really cool.
Proud. We planned that perfectly, I feel, and went through at the right time, which is not as easy as it might sound to just like figure it out by looking at the tides and stuff. And we had 10 knots of current shooting us through that thing, actually. Pretty crazy stuff. Now we're gonna go explore a little bit on land. These nice white sandy beaches have been calling our name.
It's time to wake up. We have to keep this baby going to Darwin.
Today I woke up and it's a new challenge for the crew.
Yeah.
Mustache Day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dare all the crew to get a nice mustache to arrive in Darwin.
You guys have really let these things fly now that I see them.
All grown up.
Look at this one.
Like a real man. Well, after about 5 weeks of being on this boat, just letting her grow to all that she can be, which honestly isn't that impressive, but for me it is. Today we're gonna shave mustaches and roll into Darwin in style.
Today we're gonna shave our beards and let just the mustache stay on our face.
Are you excited?
No. Because finally I have like a big beard and like maybe I can grow it a little bit longer. I can always grow it when I'm in Darwin. So
That's my boys.
let's just have the nicest mustache ever.
It's mustache time. Let's do it.
the after effect.
My little caterpillar.
Man, that's a trucker if I ever seen one, man. Alright, we're making way. We've got a little bit over 200 nautical miles to go. We've got pretty good wind, about 15 knots, but it is mostly from behind, so it might be a little bit rolling. Anyway, this has been a beautiful spot, but gotta keep making tracks. Darwin, we're coming for you.
What's the feeling that it comes to your mind when you think about sailing?
Freedom.
Adventure.
Wet.
Relaxing.
Motion.
Breezy. Free.
I think it's a little bit roller coasting for me because at the end it's like full of emotions all the time and it could be up but it could be down. So yeah, I'll say roller coasting.
Yeah, excited to get to Darwin, and it seems like Aitor and I are going to be kind of working hardcore for about a month on the boat, because I mean, what do you do in these times? It's kind of weird. Like, we want to keep on going to Ningaloo, or we want to go to Western Australia. Western Australia won't even open up, and it's like, what do you even do now? I feel like in times like these, it's best to just kind of go with the flow. Mainly for me, I guess that what that means is like to stay on the boat longer. I mean, I'm very happy here, and it's my dream of sailing around the world since I've been watching Delos and La Vagabond since I was in college. Like, that's what got me through university, was like, one day that's gonna be me if I just, you know, get through these classes. Something that Brady from Delos and Nate has actually talked about is like balance. Like, you cannot physically, emotionally, mentally go just hardcore out sailing around the world. I mean, some people can, for sure, but it's hard to take in it all. It's good to have a balance of you know, now it's time to settle somewhere for a month or 2 months, and then we can go out and do a crazy adventure like we just are finishing now. Like, I think I'll have a part-time job while we're in Darwin, just make a little extra money on the side, and like I'm excited to do that, which is weird because people would think like, oh man, like you definitely want to be out in the water the rest of your life, or you want to do this, do that, and like, yeah, that's wonderful and I love every second of it, but there is a balance, I feel, and I didn't understand that till now.
We got good wind, but we got to go dead north so that we can jibe and like make a good angle, and then make our way further down and more towards the path we want to go. But rollers on the side, so we're back to rolling as we do. But it's still fun. It's just nice to be out there.
And we are about to jibe. I've been thinking about that sometimes I complain a little bit about sailing, but I just realizing that I cannot describe how it makes you feel. And I think maybe I could be a little bit cheeky because every time we have sunny day, good wind, some ways to have fun, woo! Then I'm loving it. And maybe it's that. Maybe when it's, I remember the sailing to from Solomon's. Woo! The second, oh my God, you see that? The Solomon Australia sailing. The second part was great, big waves, too much wind, and then I maybe complain, okay, but this is, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world right now.
Join us next week as we complete the final leg to Darwin, where a secret Sylvia romance is revealed. Who could it be? Take a guess in the comments below.
I'm gonna dare all the crew to get a nice mustache to arrive in Darwin, so we can be a Australian bugger.
Ain't so straight, is you?
Port! Port!
Skipper Amy, what's going on?
So sailing's a pretty tiring sport, and I made some noodles for us this morning. So I strongly believe that 2-minute noodles require at least 4 minutes to become excellent.
What's going on with our sailing? What are we doing?
I have no idea.
And what's for dinner?
Oh, well, I'm just getting ready for the crap.
Lather it up.
Work the man! Work the man!
Hey! What's going on?